Hello duelists, welcome back to Rufioh. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, hasn't it? Today I'm going to be attending locals as a Yugioh player. My first time playing in person at an event in just about 3 years. And boy oh boy, has the world changed. And so of course, has Yugioh. The last time I actually played in person, rather than say via Master Duel, was at MCM when I was invited as a guest by Konami to one of their stalls. And just to be absolutely clear, this video is in no way associated with Konami. And in that event, I was sat alongside people that I had no right to be sat alongside, playing guest stalls against, well, the general public. And since then, a lot has changed, as I've said. And the reason I haven't been able to get down to events, well, there are a multitude of reasons. I've been climbing the corporate ladder at work, if you want to call it that way, although I quite like my job, so I think that phrase is a little bit horrible, but that's not what this is. So there's all of those added pressures, things like work, all of those kind of nonsense bits. And on top of that was the birth of my daughter, who is now, well, about 3 years old. And that's taken up most of my time, which has meant that I can't do the things that I wanted to do before. On top of that, the team that I was part of disbanded, although we're all still very good friends, so there's no issues there. The Tuggers still live on. But I'm mulling it over more and more about making sure that I can make some time to get down and play. And I finally convinced myself that today was the day to do it. So I've put together some absolute abomination of a part with the help of some of the Tuggers, I must say. And today I'll be heading down to Manascrew in Northampton to play things out. Now, in terms of what this deck is about, well, it's slightly budget friendly, so there is an element of that, because, well, I'm just seeing how I get on before I commit to something a little bit more lucrative or meta-relevant. After all, there's no point me picking this up if the next time I'm going to play is in January, February, and all things change. And what we're playing today, well, the trusty Lightsworn. Although Lightsworn is, as always these days, just very much an engine in an absolute abomination of a pile. Welcome to Brick City, bitches. We have arrived at the motherland. What a shithole. Oh, fucking hell, look at that building. Amazing. Recognise this. So round one down, we lose the dice roll, we play against Lunar Light. Funnily enough, the last time I played that guy many years ago, he was also playing Lunar Light, so small world or something like that. Yeah, we lose dice roll, lose game one, he makes double Liger, an SP, and then he has the negate from the grave. I couldn't play into it, my hand was okay, not enough to play through that. Round two, I go first. My hand's not too bad actually, I set up a decent board. I think we end on Cheng Ying, Chaos Angel, both Minervas. I fucked up my play by normal summoning Safer and going straight into Striker Dragon, thinking ahead instead of going into the baby first, like a idiot. So slightly wrong board, but it was playable. And then it turns out Dark Ruler no more's a card, so swiftly bodied. He sets up again, and I have my hand is Twin Twisters, Judgment Dragon, and Left Arm Offering. I look at my hand and I go, right, we're shotgun in left arm, forgetting he has the negating grave. Not that it matters because I wouldn't play through it anyway, and then he just negates. So we end there. So round one loss, not too unexpected. Again, most of the better meta decks, the actual good meta decks, I usually lose to. If there's rogue matches, I think I've got a decent chance. Lunar Light's just too powerful for this, so I can punch over the Liger, but not when he's set up the board and can just wipe it twice or something like that. So there we are, round one loss, not really a surprise. Let's see what round two brings us. We did it, duelists. We didn't lose every single game today because I got the fucking bye. So there we go. One more round. Not a lot to say. let's sit down and practice test hands. Third round down, and we got whooping. Game one, it's against Gem Knight. Game one, he just does Gem Knight things and punches through me. I win the dice roll, so there's that. Make an okay board, but yeah, not. He managed to, I think it's Droplet, takes out Cheng Ying, Chaos Angel, spins them back, and then punches through my remaining card. I think it was a Bestial or something like that, but I get burned from there and all that stuff. Anyway. Next one, pretty much the same thing. Play game one, although I pretty much brick, although I do see Dimensional Barrier, that fucking card that's going away, and Black Goat. And I basically set 2 and pass. In my hand I've got Left Arm, a Judgment Dragon, and I want to say a Thrust, so I can't do anything anyway. And I just think, well, if I can survive a turn, I can maybe get to Grass. Prey doesn't have the Ash. And that's exactly how it went. He basically went to his turn, I debarriered, stopped the fusion, and then when I hit the link with the goat, so he couldn't make it, and then he kind of punched me for a little bit of damage, kind of passed turn from there. I managed to get to the grass, resolve it, mill all my fucking spells again, because that's the story of today. Out of it I get 2 wolves and a dragonling, but I'm playing into Baguska. So I managed to make SP, so make IP Masquerader, make SP Banish. Still don't have enough names engraved to actually summon JD, even though I milled 23 cards. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! And then basically pass out my turn, and then he kills me from there. Anyway, it's pretty much the same thing again. I think I got to a Juris Worm as well, but that was not enough. So we are where we are. So we are on 2 losses, 1 win, which, again, I worked very hard for that buy. Thank you very much. So we're going into the final round, and hopefully I can get 1 more win. That'd be really good, but we'll see. Alright, smile. Final round of the day, we play against Matt, who's one of the guys who's been helping me with my deck. He intentionally played a shit deck today because he was like, there's a good chance we'll play each other, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. He's playing some sort of Teensmith deck. Game 1, he was like, if you've got any more than like a couple of interrupts, I'm pretty sure you just win, and I couldn't really get there because my hand was shit as well. Game 2 was game 1 was quite long. Game 2 was a little bit grindy as well, but he just managed to nick it with about a minute left. But I mean, he was winning anyway. So we played it out. Honestly, my grass mills today have been horrendous. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. Final game, I just milled a ton of cards, and even then it was like, get 1 wolf. It was just awful. So yeah, it's just one of those. When the mills are that bad, there's not much you can really do. But yeah, we finished the day just the 1 win, which was the bye, so not much to say there. But we expected nothing. It's just a rogue fun pick just to see what happened, and you just make it up as you go along with, depending on what you mill. Or in my case, if you just mill all your fucking spells, you don't get to do anything. So yeah, obviously first one back in a little while. I'll probably be back in the new year, I imagine, to play again. I did enjoy myself, even though again I got paced in pretty much every game. There we are. But it was good to actually play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Again in person. And well, duelists, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for coming along. I do appreciate you being here. Hopefully you've hit subscribe, maybe the notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Content in the future. As for where the channel stands, well, let's just wait and see. I'll still be making these kinds of videos as and when I do get down to events. Hopefully I can get down to some more in future. The game looks like it's in a really healthy place, and I'd like to actually put the time and effort to get back down to events, even if it's just once a month or so. It's also important to remember why this channel is here and where it is, and that was because it was built around the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Now, if you are a subscriber to the channel, you may notice loads of shorts coming up with Warhammer models. They are not going to stop. I really, really enjoy sharing those. But I will be making some effort to try and put some more of these kind of videos in, at least, if nothing else. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, as low quality as I'm sure it is, and despite all of my losses. I'm actually going to put together a deck profile just so you guys can see exactly what I was playing, although some of those cards have already been hit on this emergency ban list, so that might change the side deck a little bit. Anyway, enough waffling on for me. Thank you very much for coming along. I do appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one.